So I'm Brian Zisk. I throw the SF Music Tech Summit. I created it and co-produce it with my wife, and it's the best event at the convergence of the internet, music, and technology. And because I come from that space and so many of the folks I know were right in the middle of it, it seemed like why not pull together an event which helps everyone get to a better place. So that's why I did it. And now we're up to our 18th event. It takes place next Monday, and it's going to be great. Well, I mean, I've been lucky in that I know these folks for so long. I started in the internet music space in the 1990s. So, you know, everyone from the founders of Gracenote to the founders of Pandora. I mean, I know these guys from before it started, and we've all worked so hard to move the whole ecosystem forward. I mean, it's really difficult between all the licensing issues and the technical issues. So we kind of have this, you know, fraternity of folks who are really doing everything we can to build a better ecosystem. And so, you know, it's kind of interesting because folks like Gracenote, you know, we've been supporting them for decades. And, you know, so, I mean, even before they were Gracenote. So it's, you know, when folks come in to sponsor, it kind of helps us keep putting these on, and you know, by putting them on, it moves the whole ecosystem forward. So it's hard for someone like you know, a Pandora to say, "Oh, we're sponsoring and we're going to get this direct benefit," but you know, we've been moving the ecosystem forward so much that they definitely receive benefit from the fact that the shows take place. So folks want to be involved to get a little more of the mind share around the event. Curation is one of the hardest things we do. I mean, outside of email, it's probably the toughest thing because I want to have the best event possible, which means having the best speakers, talking about the most interesting items, and so I just go, who to me is the most interesting? So, for instance, Jeff Smith of Smule, I find him to be fascinating personally. So for me, the way I make interesting programming for the 1,000 people who are coming is to figure out what would be most interesting for me. So we confirmed Jeff, and he's going to be doing the opening talk. It's not officially a keynote, but it's an opening. You know, he'll be the first one on stage after me, and it's really just because I find him to be just about the most interesting person, and that's how we pull folks in. I mean, if we're lucky, you know, the interesting people who we put on stage will also choose to sponsor, but we have plenty of folks, you know, on stage who don't sponsor or whatever, and it's really just a matter of how can we make the best event we can for the benefit of everybody. I feel that by doing that, you know, the financial side will follow. If I shot for the financial side first, I wouldn't have a great show, but make the best show there is, and hopefully the money will follow. We have all sorts of spectacular speakers. I mean, we've got, you know, Jeff Smith is speaking about, I forget his exact topic, but he always talks about fabulous stuff. We have Benji Rogers of Dot Blockchain is speaking. We have Laura Sylvia from Edison Research is speaking. We've got everyone from Brian Calhoun to Tim Quirk. I think we just confirmed Zoe Keating today. You know, there's so many different amazing folks who will be coming out. You know, we'll have Rob Hotchkiss, who was the original songwriter from Train, playing a bunch of tunes. I mean, we've got, it's you know, we'll have about 100 speakers, and they're all so good that it's hard for me to really go, oh, I'm really, you know, looking forward to this one or that one. But it'll be interesting. I mean, we're covering everything from licensing to bots to, you know, to live to distribution. I mean, we've got so much going on here at the summit. And then there's the big schmooze lounge where everybody comes together to do deals, because people want to learn and they want to connect with people. But the reality is, you know, they don't keep coming back because I heard interesting stuff at a session, so I want to hear interesting stuff at another session. It's more like I heard interesting stuff at a session and then I went downstairs and did a huge deal. So it's just one of those things that, you know, we just keep pushing it forward and it all seems to work.